Robert, the latest Manchester United news time, we'll be talking about Kobe Mainoo new contract, Maguire not being offered a new deal. We've got some updates on Manchester United exit in terms of Casemiro. We've got an update, as I said, on Maguire and Onana. And we're getting to all the latest Manchester United news that's come out. We've got midfield talks. We've got Sir Jim Radcliffe as well. So, yeah, we're starting to. But the first thing I want to talk about is and a bit on Ruben Amorim as well towards the end. The first thing I want to talk about is Harry Maguire. So Harry Maguire is willing to accept an 80k a week pay cut to stay at Manchester United. Senior figures are divided over whether to offer Harry Maguire a new contract and are likely to exercise the option for an extra year in his current deal. Sir Jim Radcliffe is keen to cut down the wage bill, especially by getting rid of aging top earners Casemiro, the club's highest paid player, and others on large salaries will leave. Maguire could be an exception. Maguire is willing to take a substantial pay cut of around 80 grand a week. No decision has been made yet on whether a new deal will be offered. So, listen, I think ultimately on Harry Maguire, he's a top level professional, and I think he's someone who, again, he loves the club, gets the club, and I think his experience around the team would be actually quite invaluable. And I think, yes, if he is willing to take a pay cut, I think that is the one big factor of it. Then I would love to keep him at the club. Obviously, if he's not, and United have to pay him 200 grand a week or whatever they're paying him now, that obviously would be the huge concern. So, yeah, we will have to wait and see what happens. On Maguire, again, no new deal. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens, and I actually think we do lose a lot of experience if United does sell or get rid of Maguire. But it doesn't mean, and I don't think United will then and should go out and get an experienced player. I just don't think that's or go in and sign a centre back, because if Maguire does leave, yes, we will lose an experience, but I still think we have enough players in that centre back position. I know there's a lot of inexperience, but the priority should be focusing on the midfield, and that's why I don't think Maguire will leave. I think United have other priorities, United have other ways in which they want to spend their money that they have, and I think getting rid of Maguire wouldn't be the most logical decision. I don't think it's the best decision, to be honest, if I'm being honest with you on what should happen with Manchester United at the moment. Now, Ruben Amorim. So Ruben Amorim became well known for his explosive comments in press conferences at United, but don't expect much by way of a public statement from him anytime soon. Amorim set to wait until the season has wrapped up before breaking on his silence and how he rapidly sorts out United. Amorim has no desire to disrupt or affect the remainder of United's season as Carroll looks to steer the club into the Champions League. So listen, again, we know the statements are going to come out at some point. Mourinho's done it. Every ex-manager's done it. Ollie did an interview with the club when he left. Ten Hag put out a statement through his agency. So every manager will do it. Obviously, maybe Ruben Amorim's waiting for a winners' Premier League medal, but I do doubt that. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I think the chapter's over with Amorim. It'd be nice to see what he has to say, but other than that, I don't really care. I'm not really bothered about what's caught of he has to say anymore. That chapter's closed. He won't be returning to Manchester United. Wish him all the best in his whatever he does after that. Now, the next thing, this is what Andy Mitten had to say on whether Manchester United will still move for two midfielders. He said it depends who leaves. We know Casemiro is going. I'm told the priority is number 6. Absolutely so. He has a good connection with the club, so that's why his reports are always quite reliable. But if, for example, Bruno Fernandes left and there's no evidence that he will, that would alter things. It's all in play. If United are playing Champions League, they need a bigger squad. You need more money. That's to go into the squad. Europa League, you need a bigger squad as well. You look at Ugarte, whose Manchester United future isn't looking at the best right now. This is Mark Critchley from The Athletic. He said this on the midfield, on if Anderson, Wharton and Baleba are still the main targets, if there are new names to consider. He said other names will come into the frame only if those names aren't available. There's going to be a lot of competition for those 3 players because they're young, talented, Premier League proven players, and the position that other clubs are looking in the league, especially Manchester City. There will be fierce competition for those players. Elliot Anderson is still the top target, as we know, and has been for a while. It would be interesting if they do both Anderson and Baleba, but it'd be quite expensive, as we all know United shouldn't in terms of finances. Even if the club were to get Champions League, I don't think that solves all the problems. Anderson's number 1 midfield target, and then obviously Kobe Mainoo is expected to earn a new contract. All his performance-related bonuses in Kobe Mainoo's contract have been triggered, increasing salary. However, his camp still believe his wages do not reflect his role fairly in the squad. So, this is a Kobe Mainoo new contract expected to come into play soon. and that's really about it. He deserves a new contract. His contract is up, and he deserves bumper wages, and he deserves to be the future, ultimately, of Manchester United. Now, Fabrizio Romano on the futures of Harry Maguire and Andre Onana. He said, with Harry Maguire, there's still nothing advanced in terms of a new contract. There was some conversation with his agents, but to agree on a new contract, we need to discuss salary, all the details. We are not yet at the stage where you can say he's 100% staying. In January, some Italians tried to approach Manchester United to sign Maguire 6 months before the end of his contract, but the answer from United, no one was leaving. Onana expected to leave United for sure in the summer. United not expected to continue with him next summer. So yeah, that's that on Maguire and Onana. No new contract expected for either of them at this current moment. No talks have been going on. And yeah, that's all the latest Manchester United news at the moment. No new deal at the moment expected for Harry Maguire. MAINOO could be again given a new deal, which we hope is the best decision for United going forward. Midfield, again, it depends on the situation, but Wharton, Baleba, Anderson, obviously the priority that Manchester United want to bring in. But let me know your thoughts.